Okay. I am finally out of the hell that is the swamps. I have regrouped, rearmed. Uh, take the fucking anti-killer with me, actually. What does that use again? 762 by 51. I have to have a decent amount of that, right? Yeah, a little bit. Bring 60 rounds. I might replace the Bob with something else, actually. I just really like the minus 15 that the Bob gives me. And the 400 plus 100% health. I think I should replace it with something else, though. And we finally have a VSS Venturas in busted-ass condition. I just need 2 more AK-103s, and I can literally complete Petrica's entire chain. Meanwhile, we finally got the cigars needed for Barkeep's chain. And I'm gonna go ahead and go grab some anti-rads from Sakharov for some slime, some repair kits for energy drinks from Skimpy, and some first aid kits for some jellyfish from Skinflint. I'm also going to refill the flamethrower, and if Cyclics reset, see if I can give Borov Hog a bear paw for an anti-rad to finish off Cast Chain. Switching back to this for now, I took all my bird shot. I might go ahead and, you know what, actually, I don't have a lot of them left, but go ahead and grab a single sparkler. I will get 50 rounds of bird shot when I go to Sakharov. Yeah, let's take the, where's my artifacts? Oh, my everything. Let's take, yeah, what do we even got here? Ruby Spring.
Что-то в сон клонит, надо бы вздремнуть пару часиков.
That actually is pretty good. What about Dummy? I forget what some of the gimmicks even are for any of these. Radiation reduction. Oh, fuck no. Plus 14% wound resist. Yeah. I would want it to be like, I guess, radiation reduction more than anything. Do I have... I have Tears of Electra, Tears of Chimera. Oof. That's... I think I'm just gonna stick to this. This is great, but it's just 18 kilograms. Can I afford that? Not really. Alright. Let's go. And when I get to Sakharov, I'll turn that thing in for crew glow. And, oh yeah, before I forget. Grenades. 5 of those. 5 RGD5. 3 double F1. Yeah. Alright. I just wanted to point out before I turn this chain task in, look at how he's throwing it back. Like, damn. Now get over here. I keep the cigars and ammunition boxes. Bring them to me. I'm ready to accept them.
Что-то в сон клонит, надо бы вздремнуть пару часиков.
Oh, he wants 200 bread now. I thought it would go right to the packs of 6. Never mind, hang on.
How's it going? What's up? How goes it?
Alright, 200 bread. Now I need some bread, though I haven't figured out how to store large quantities of it yet, so it doesn't go stale before I can sell it. Most likely I'll order a large freezer from Lanky equipped with a powerful compressor. If you bring me 200 loaves, I'll stick them in there. Yep, next one's 200 sausage. Be careful with the sausage. I'm not asking you to taste it, but at least smell it. Boar and flesh meat smells fine. It almost doesn't stink. But some clever craftsmen start shoving cheap substitutes into it. Soy, fly agaric, and cockroach feet. I don't want that kind of product. Even captured bandits won't eat it. Fuck, the next one's the energy drinks. Right, I was like, I almost thought it was like to the final couple steps. All right, hold on.
How goes it?
There are no problems with energy drinks at all. They don't need special temperatures or containers to store them. I store them in bulk directly on the ground in the basement. Nice. Now it's the cigarettes.
Still alive? That's great.
You can't go there.
We are rolling in it now. Alright. I'm gonna rest, and then it's cutting through army warehouses, then through wild territory to Yonter.
Так не пойдет.
More fucking mutants, but yeah. I did get a Doberman picture in Dark Valley, so that's good. Alright, there's one last thing. Sometimes the controllers wander in here, and then the real horror begins. Do you know how hard it is to shoot these devils when your hands are shaking and you're trying to aim? There have been cases where people were zombified. Lucas took measures and gave us long-range weapons, but I wanted to have some anti-zombacs just in case, so I can help the guys out if anything happens. You bring me a few of them, and I'll give you a nice reward in return. The reward is hidden. That's how you know you're on the last step of a chain task. Nice. An HKMP 5A3 9x18, a survival Tonto knife, a morphine, and an HK417 sniper. I think I have the survival Tonto knife from Suslove's one-time Cyclics, but you need 2 of them anyway. Let me see though. Morphine. A syringe filled with morphine. Morphine belongs to the alkaloid group, used to relieve pain. The widespread use of morphine during the American Civil War resulted in over 400,000 morphine addictions. Overdose should be avoided. A short-acting drug. Immunity for a short time. I'm assuming that means invincibility. Doctor's Chain Task calls for, I think, is the one calls for 3 of these. And like Cold Steel Repair Kits, I think you only get them from certain chain tasks. So so you can bet I'm never touching these. Ever. I'm never using them. Anyway. Cut through wild territory. Oh, right. Actually, hold on. Let me just make a save. There is a stash up here I need to grab. Yeah, this one. There are a couple of AK-103s in my Wild Territory stash. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab those and maybe finish Petrica's chain task. Let's do this, and I'll check the achievement out. This gives me a Night Star, Wolfang, 10, 338 F, LMF, and J cartridges, a Seva suit, and a Stair Augate 1. Okay. And not gonna bother with those guys. Motherfucker. Every chain task you do gives you an achievement, usually related to it. Your hands smell of drugs so much that the monsters living in the labyrinth scent them even when the marked one is asleep in the bar. Moreover, you have learned to distinguish an army first aid kit from a scientific one by touch, not by color. This ability is mastered only by a real apothecary. Yeah, you're basically just given some real fun little achievements for every chain task to show like you are a particular expert or fanatic in this specific field, because chain tasks are very specific. That is a fucked up thing to say. The dead snorks in the lake are so beautiful. Anyway, wild territory. First, I'm gonna stash stuff in here. Stash stuff here, and we'll go to wild territory. I found your device. That it? Let's see. Here, take it. That's the one. I think on behalf of all scientists, write down a recipe for the transportation of gravity into goldfish. There's one more task. Interested? Go on, tell me. I realize you're an indiscreet man. See what the problem is? A couple of days ago, we tapped a conversation between some military. They informed a hidden safe was found in one of the labs, in which there was a laptop containing info on the hemoglobin injector Hydra. The next part was unintelligible for interference and sounds of shooting. When all was quiet again, it became obvious from the further conversation the military had been attacked by the mercs. Those mercs escaped with the laptop. They're now on their base at the metallurgical works. Okay, we're not doing that yet. I don't have access to ironworks yet.
Рад был с вами пообщаться.
Oh!
С чем пожаловали в мою скромную лабораторию?
I have an urgent matter for you. This is about one expedition. Yes, that's what I was saying. A few days ago, I came across... The missing expedition thing, by the way, is really fucking, is a bit convoluted. Which makes me happy that there is a whole thing on this. Note to the military. Wounded Bandit. Freyr's PDA. You know what? I'm just gonna read these, because I don't think I actually read these. I was left alone. The mission failed. These records are the only thing that keeps my personality from further decay. Memory is like a sieve, but by writing down and rereading these lines, I hope to stay conscious and get to my own. The most important thing for me now is to get to them, and there, under hypnosis, I'll tell everything. I hope I will. The usual escort mission is stated in the introductory part. Developing combat skills in conditions of variable intensity psi fields. Testing the instrument-based pharmacological mental protection system, and something else, some sweet melody of the scientists. Although it was obvious from the bearing that two of them were our people, the military. I don't know what they needed there. Probably they didn't do a good job mopping up after themselves the last time. It's not said in vain. A psycho with a machine gun is not as dangerous as some idealist with glasses and a white coat. They were going at a strange pace, stopping frequently, taking measurements, they said. They made me memorize a graph of psi field intensity change. The helmet is heavy, the head is buzzing. The neck bends on its side. There were also these injectors, giving us injections every 2 hours. However, the psi defense thus provided wasn't bad. We got fairly far. Something was wrong with the sight, and there were colors at all. Everything was yellow, zombies hanging around. Well, we were used to them, wiped them out. A group of 5 headed by Sarmit led the vanguard. They were good snipers. They were, until Controller's attack coincided with The turning on of the emitters. Turned on off schedule. Apparently someone does this manually sometimes. It captured them. I was hit quite badly. The head grazed with the bullet. The helmet didn't fall, but all the electronics was wasted, and I got a concussion. I woke up in the evening, only Sarmet was alive, circling around the controller with the empty Venturas in his hands. I took out both of them. Sometimes concussion is useful. All our men were dead. The scientists too. The controller had set them against each other. For 2 days I've been trying to get to our people. My head hurts. The nausea made my stomach turn over. What I had left in the first aid kit helped me for a short time only. At those times I'd sit down, remember something, and write it down. The darkness would fall again. I met a stalker at the dump. I don't remember clearly. It seemed to me he was wounded. I spooked some bandit in the ruins. Apparently he was the one who shot the stalker. The stalker was weird. He was lying there still, and then he began brandishing his gun. Was he about to shoot at me? I hit him hard to stop him from committing any more stupidities. I left him his backpack, some bandages, part of the first aid kit, vodka, and all the grub I had. I couldn't eat anyway. Made a deal with him that once he recovered a bit, he'd take my PDA to our minute to checkpoint. There was my route marked on it and a copy of my diary. I'm afraid I won't be able to get there. I have to get there, no matter the cost. Forgive me, Sarmet. Okay. PDA of a wounded bandit. Yesterday, as always, I was sitting in an ambush with my bud, playing wounded. There was no one around, it was boring, so we shot some local dogs. As we knocked back a few, we thought all we'd get before the end of the day would be bummer, but suddenly we noticed a military. This brass was coming from the direction of the valley. Usually we avoid messing with the military. They don't have any loot on them and are armed well. But that one was barely walking. Apparently he was wounded, because he was staggering as if he was drunk. At first he was walking in my direction, but then he apparently noticed my bud. Crap, how many times have I told him not to show himself too early? He got a bullet in his shoulder. Good he stayed alive. Damn, they trained them well here. I couldn't even draw the gun before he punched me. Hold on, Stalker, he said. Shooting each other over small stuff isn't worth it. It's not time yet for us to die. I played the role to the end, scammed that sucker out of his loot, managed without shooting. He even gave me his computer. Take it there, he said. Tell them Lieutenant So-and-so sent you. He must have been kidding me, or he was playing naive like a child. I couldn't even shoot him in the back. He left, and I barely dragged my butt off the ledge. Bandaged up his wound and punched his neck. He deservedly so. So no offense, he did deserve it. We divided the loot between us, including vodka, canned food. We did not have time to hide it. That bastard showed up, Hogg's underboss, that piece of shit. Took the military's PDA, half our loot, and went to Agaprom. That's whom I'd gladly shoot in the back. Okay. And then we have Freyr, which I'm assuming is... I don't know. I don't remember who Freyr is. Was he an actual named NPC? I know Ashen was. Injury for yesterday. Damn, we were drinking all day yesterday. Ran out of vodka too early, so I went to Hogg to borrow the common fund. And this bitch yelled at me, told me to get out of sight. I decided to go to Agaprom. Why? God knows why. I thought I'd get some vodka on the way. Oh, no, yeah. I'm guessing this is... Yeah, so, see, this is a chain. You know, it goes from that military guy that was dying to the bandit to Freyr who took the computer from him. I thought I'd get some vodka on the way. I met those two assholes at the dump. Everyone in the zone knows about this ambush. Sometimes some shims get fooled by that, but that's why they're called shims. After all, what can one get from them? A dozen of ammo rounds and a couple of canned food? This time they were lucky, or rather it was me who got lucky. The idiots had a backpack full of vodka and some snacks. Gave me something to warm myself with. I'll go get drunk with the boys. I don't like to drink alone. Gave the backpack to one of the minions. There was a PDA in it. I told him to take it to the base. Damn it, drunk. I haven't thought. Maybe there's been some interesting info on it. Never mind. I'll find him tomorrow. Marked one. Where can I find this sucker? It only remains to ask some people at the dump. Maybe one of its permanent inhabitants will be able to help me. Alright. Prapper, the first conversation. PDA of the military from Corden. Duty men have caught the gangster to whom Freyr gave the backpack. It only remains to get 10 scientific first aid kits. I did that. Brought them. He gave me the PDA. A broken device. Apparently I'm going to go to Barkeep. Mercenary Hours flash drive. I was at the Rostock factory. We talked with Ashen. He told me interesting things. It turns out he and his men were following the scientists up to Radar, or rather to the Rusty Forest. But they were too afraid to go any further. The Scorcher could be turned on at any time, so they stayed in the warehouses and waited for 3 days there. But the scientists did not return. Another group of suicidal men. Well, these scientists were obviously messed up in the head. They could pass through what no one can pass through. So, Ara had dealings with Ashen. But Ara's a good guy. Ara had dealings with Ashen, and Ashen was in wild territory. Our man amongst the scientists tipped us off about some group going on an expedition. He didn't tell where to, so we lay in wait in the tunnel at the Rostic factory. It didn't take long. In the evening, the four detachment military showed up, followed by the main group. Jean suggested to attack. It was a convenient narrow space, but upon our strength estimate, there were at least 15 to 20 men against only 5 of us. He ordered to follow them, so we followed them all the way to the Rusty Forest, but then there was no point in going further. Soon a blowout was about to begin. The Scorcher was near. We decided to get back to the warehouses and wait for them there, although I hardly had any hope that they would return. I wouldn't go there for any money. I cared too much about my own mind. But these scientists, there was something very important to them. We waited out the blowout, stayed at the warehouses for another couple days, and decided it was best to go back, especially due to the fact that Jean and another guy were shot by the Stalkers. Jean is a hot-headed dumbass, doesn't like to wait. He dashed to a Stalker camp, took out 2 men, but the third turned out to be too fast and shot Jean and the other. What was his name? Seemed to be Fedit. I didn't bother to find out after a few days waste on this damn group of scientists. I don't even know why I should write. Because of Barkeep's hacks, I've lost the only lead I had. Is this over? Okay. It's about one expedition. I don't even remember what this whole thing leads to. I think it... See, this is what confuses me. I think it's part of the search for Ghost and the subsequent stuff. Or maybe it's its own plot line. Stuff kind of bleeds together in OP-2 sometimes. A few days ago, I came across the body of a dead soldier. I found a note on his corpse, and in it there was mention of some kind of expedition towards the Brain Scorcher. Theoretically marked one, no one should know what I'm about to tell you. About a few months ago, a group of scientists, not without support from their superiors, of course, received permission to study the Brain Scorcher, which is located at the radar. I tried to discourage them in every possible way, explaining that the place had not been studied yet, and the chances of getting to the place alive without losing your mind were practically zero. I had, so to speak, my own approach to solving this problem. I suggested they first comprehensively study the installation that's not far from us, in the X-16 lab, understand how it works, how and what part of the brain it affects, but unfortunately they didn't listen to me. It's been more than a week now, and no one is saying anything. I don't want to, but I'm inclined to assume worse. Strange, Professor. I went there to turn the Brain Scorcher off, but I didn't find a group there at all. I didn't find any other people either. Well, there were the Monolithians, but these aren't people, they're fanatics. Maybe you didn't investigate the whole bunker. You probably had more important things to do at the time. Maybe you should go back there again. You want me to go back? You want me to go back to X fucking 10? Bro, oh right, I forgot. Let me,
Здравствуйте, молодой человек.
let's see. 1, 2. Oops. 3, 4, 5. Was that everything I wanted to do? I got repair kits, I got bird shot, I got health kit, med kits, I got anti-rads. Alright. I'm gonna... Fuck. We'll deal with X10 later. I'm gonna be real. I got these AK-103s. I have everything I need for Petrica's chain task now. The rest of it. So I'm thinking about just grabbing everything I can everything for it, and just hauling ass down to Corden just to turn it all in. So I'll probably do that, and then we're finally going to Pripyat. We're finally doing it, boys. Finally doing it, boys. We're going to Pripyat. I held off doing Petrigus Chantask and a few other things. Oh. So I held off doing Petrigus Chantask and I held off doing a few other things. We're mostly set. There are still things I could easily do now. Well, not easily. But there is a very particular thing locked behind Pripyat. Like, you could even dare say this is an end goal, what I'm pursuing that requires me to have access to Pripyat. It is a very long-term end goal. But I need to actually go to Pripyat first to achieve it. And then and once I do this, it will make certain things a lot easier for me that I technically already have access to. And thus, it'll make certain things a lot easier, though, and give me access to a lot more. Trust me, there is still a shit ton to do before we actually go to, there's still a lot to do before we actually go to, CNPP for the first time. I assure you. Oh no, I picked his saw up, yeah. I'm already gonna have to... Yep. Cool. Very cool. Is there anything in here? Okay. Okay. For real this time. This is our very first foray into Central Pripyat. There's a few immediate objectives here, but I have 3 beacons and 3 locks. I'm sure there's boxes somewhere around the map. Loot fucking everything.
Gentlemen, listen closely. We're going to push forward to the station. The town is swarming with monolith bastards and other scum, so keep your eyes open and cover your backs. That's it. Check your guns. Check your guns.
We'll advance along the lane. Stand by 15 seconds.
Stand by 15 seconds.
You must be the marked one.
Barkeep spoke of you. Let's try and break through together. I know the path to the station. Go!
I guess they're going. We're not finishing the vanilla SSC line for a long time. There's way too much to still do. Let's see what this computerized scope can do.
Look who's here, the grunts. Trying to get to the center first to skim all the cream. Guess what? We're soon going to be there too. Awesome! Freaks to the right! Bullseye! -1.
Oh, he's dead. Oh, I'm radiated as shit.
Clear. Regroup and advance. Awesome!
Yeah, we're just here to be vultures.
Move on, boys. Next!
Like, I'm not even gonna hide this. We're just here to be vultures.
Take cover. They're in the windows. Gun flash. Left side. Roof. -1. Roof to the right. Eat this, you son of a bitch.
Now, where's the gun? This is getting dangerous.
Веду бой с противником. Противник! Ликвидировать! Вперед! Искореним врагов монолита! Веду бой с противником! Искореним врагов монолита! Вперед!
He's moving.
Ва!
There's nobody important here that you have to worry about keeping alive. By the way, so, like... It's okay. Just, you know... Let people get got. There's no skin off my back. I think there was another gun. Maybe not. So there's some main objectives here for our first trip to Pripyat. One of them, chief among them being the chief among them being the collector cache.
В животе урчит, надо закинуть что-нибудь.
Really? I can't pick the bird up? I guess not unless I'm the one that shot it down. Alright, I need to find a box. Pretty sure there's one somewhere around here. I could have sworn there was one, like, around here somewhere. Oh! Hey, we found it! Oh. What the fuck? I don't know why it has all this in it, but sure. We'll just put a beacon in there. XO. Yeah, throw that in there. Throw that in there, throw that in there. I'm keeping the sniper. Busted weapons can go in there. Alright, we now have our loot box. We can now go nuts, looting all the corpses. Motherfucker, I was hoping for a Freedom XO. This is one of the best places to try and get Freedom XOs earlier on. Especially for Arnie's chain task. I'm gonna just save the game. Just clearing this place out is gonna be a major task. What a damn shame. Yes, you have to shoot them down for it to count. I got 12k sniper, 2 Electro, Master Cinder, I was left artifacts here. But now I think I'm gonna change the hiding place. Okay. That was a Gauss rifle. How far back does that set me? Yeah, whatever.
Не уйдешь! Вперед! Враг монолита убит.
I don't even know what just happened. Did I just get stabbed to death or something? I was like stuck on the ragdoll and I don't know. Was I just spaced out and not paying attention at all? Motherfucker, I'm back here. Yeah, sure, whatever. And that is why the AWP anti-killer is so fucking cool. Too bad the Gauss rifle didn't drop off the building, as far as I can tell, at least. Yeah. Alright, see these bastards underground. Yeah, I'm not letting you shank me again. Almost went the wrong fucking way. I really think I should, like, make a stash where it won't get fucking stolen, because that's already getting pretty full.
Ищите, братья!
Ну покажись, покажись!
Получай, враг! Сейчас ты будешь уничтожен! Братья, я возьму его! Помогите мне! Умирай! Я вернусь другой!
Yeah, might as well. Fuck it. I have an idea of where I want it. Well, this might actually be perfect. And this takes you to the other side as well. That's crazy. Like, as long as you can handle a bit of radiation, you'll be fine. Hey! the SR3M Vicar, and the Moss. That's something I really wanted. And now where is... Well, that's going to be annoying. Not quite sure how you get there. Also, I'm out of bounds now. How do I get back inbounds? That is a very good question. I like that they're actually, like, buildings as well. No. Hey! I was wondering if that would work. Nope. Alright, let's move everything over. Got a lot from this already, and we're not done yet. Oh yeah. Take the burr off and replace it with the moss. Now I'm definitely gonna be coasting. Even in the grav suit. Look at me go. Yeah, the moss was one of the most important things, by the way, I wanted to get here. It is the last of the 4 items, of the 4 artifacts, of the 4 major artifacts, for boosting your, Yep. Wait. Other bread. Where was I? Oh yeah, it is, the last of the 4 major artifacts that boosts your endurance for running. And it is possible, I've looked into I've thought about it a lot, it is possible to get 3 of them before you even go to CNVP the first time. In fact, if you want to be hyper-technical, I think it's possible to just get as many as you want if you achieve all of the recipes of making a snowball and then upgrading that to a burr, to a burr, then an ear, then a moss. But there are 3 relatively easier ways to go about it. somewhat easier. Why is the radiation sign in that building? I thought it was one of their hideouts. Fuck, how far back does that set me? Motherfucker. Before I took the turret out. Hit! Airstrike! Finally. I think there's still one more turret. The one I destroyed before I got killed. Yes. What do you mean there was a second one? What the fuck? Oh shit, there's a freedomer in there still.
Не уйдешь, враг, монолит! Монолит!
Whoa, whoa, what the
Я обойду его не
fuck was that?
на прикрытие.
Yo, Freedom XO!
Помогите! Цель поражена. Тебе не скрыться, червь. Братья! Монолит!
I'm at their main base. I think I'm at their main base.
Ты не уйдешь! Я ранен! Монолит! В зоне поражения! Внимание! Противник! Монолит! Внимание!
I need to save the game.
Внимание, противник!
Okay.
Внимание! Противник! Враг в зоне видимости! Веди бой! За монолит!
I think this is like the main area, yeah.
Монолит! Я ранен! Монолит! не коснешься монолита.
I don't get it. Where is it? This is annoying the shit out of me. Well, yeah, this was annoying the shit out of me. Suicide by turret. Hell. Fucking finally, I was getting really pissed about that. Alright. You're fucking with me.
Похомячить надо.
Alright, bitch. You! I will wait as long as it fucking takes. Ah.
Внимание! Противник! Скоро ты умрешь! Противник!
You know what? I have a better idea. I have a much better idea. There we go. I will just move all that to the main stash when I have completely cleared the area. Oh shit, it's almost... Oh shit, it's past 2. Oh, man. I'll continue this later. Okay, it was gonna be movie night with friends, but the host pushed it back an hour, so I got a bit longer to do this. So, aside from the massive amount of loot, especially the first time through, there's always subsequent loot, of course, but aside from that, the other main objective was, of course, getting the Moss artifact. The other main objective, though, well, we'll get to that. After I finish clearing shit out. Oh, we're almost halfway to the... What? We're almost halfway to the first of Kitsenko's 5 steps. Nice.
Я ранен, братья! О!
Обнаружена кража тайника.
Yeah, no, we're not doing. We are not having that. Yeah, we ain't having any of that.
будешь ликвидирован.
That shit was just really getting annoying. On how Fang and I, in a short report on how Fang and I infiltrated underground galleries under the station's sarcophagus. Found a suspicious-looking door. Fang saved together a decoder for electronic clock for our next visit. After that, we had to run for our lives. There were hordes of model patrols there. I also found a decoder in the stash and directions for finding door. I approached the model who's extremely dangerous. Last time, we avoided going into the sarcophagus above the destroyed reactor, and it seems that's where the monolith is. This is where bourbon usually is, but I forget if you have to go through CNPP the first time to get him to show up. Anyway. Having done that, wasn't I just here? Oh, he had a few artifacts on his ass. Yeah, I was just here. What the hell? Alright. This is a good angle, I think. Yeah.
Я ранен!
Getting real tired of this shit. Trying to clear the place out, and it seems like it never gets cleared out.
Единица. Монолит! Лови гранату, череп!
You didn't miss anything. I got a call while I was coming back here. So yeah, there's yeah, a lot of shit. HK-417 sniper, SR-3 Vicker, Saga 12K sniper in particular. Quite a lot of stuff. But the main reason... the main reason why we're here is just this one last thing. Damn. I was kind of hoping for another Freedom XO. If I can get my hands on one more, just one more, then that's literally the 2 broken Freedom XOs I'm gonna need for Arnie. Oh yeah, so... this thing. Doctor lives. Doctor, why are you here at the Monolith's headquarters? It's extremely dangerous. Hello, Starlight. I lost my notebook. Yes, it's extremely dangerous here, so let's go. I have a hiding place near. It's relatively safe there. We can talk. Let's go. This is the important part. No, by the way, I didn't clear them out just to protect him. I think he's invincible. Also, I don't think... I think the Traitor faction is literally friendly with all Monolith. I mean, with all other factions. So yeah. This is his hiding place.
А еще такую историю расскажу. Возвращался я из похода. Ну и в тот раз получился у меня небольшой перерыв.
Here's my stash. They're in the safe as your AK. You asked me to keep it safe and sound. You can take it. The rifle is okay. What are you going to do next? I see you found my notebook. I wrote down lots of my ideas in it. Did you look it over? Didn't know about your stash. Thanks for the assault rifle. I'll look at it. Take your notebook. Didn't even look at it. Not in the habit of rummaging in others' diaries. Alright, don't worry. Drop in for a cup of tea and we'll chat. Merchant exchange offers. This is what he sells. That's a pretty reasonable price.
Предупреждали же меня, мужики, чтобы я у кого попало, патроны не покупал. Это был союз. собственной жизнью не заплатил за ошибку. Ничего, я этих гадов обязательно прощу. Они еще где-то засветятся обязательно.
Strelix AK.
Лица двоих я очень хорошо запомнил.
762 by
Ты смотрел
39.
вниз, а куда-то в сторону.
Integrated silencer. Modification of the AK-104 to the order of some legendary Stalker. Thanks to the modification of the shutter mechanism, it was possible to increase the firing rate to 850 RPM. Optical sight and underbarrel grenade launcher cannot be attached. Apparently, the customer's weapon easily used the weapon without them. The rifle is equipped with an integrated silencer and a collimator sight. I think you get Strelix modified AK at some point. And I'm pretty sure this showed up a couple of different times in old versions of the mod, but there is a chain task that uses this. So many good men the zone is taken. Exactly, and I thought I'd never see you again, too. Yeah, too bad there's no returning them. Well, according to some strong rumors, there's a truly miraculous artifact called Living Heart, and you even have a recipe for creating it in your PDA. In my PDA? No, not in that one. And the one you took when we made our last trip to our last sally to CMPP. Maybe you'll find it. And one more thing. I'm not sure where your old PDA might be, whether in sarcophagus or not. At least you gotta go look for it there. When do you plan to go to sarcophagus anyway? Tomorrow at dawn. Bloods are frequent at the CMPP, but you can make it if you're quick. Now is the right time to go. You can't wait till tomorrow. I'm on my way then. Hope we'll see each other again. Strelix PDA. Okay. Wait a minute. Why is your jacket dirty with blood? Did you kill people again? Listen to me, my friend. Evil cannot win evil. Evil can only be defeated by good. I will have many tasks for you, but you will be able to complete them only if you act kindly. Therefore, remember, if you meet a wounded man, you need to give him first aid. As it becomes obvious that you were kind enough to everyone, I'll let you know. Alright. 50 normal first aid kits. Already starting out, huh? Alright. This is the bitch. Everything else is fine. This is the bitch. There's a way to do this. That will make it, that apparently makes it really easy. But we need to do this first before I can do anything else. After that, though, everything will be hunky-dory. I'm not joking. Everything after this is just a pain in the ass because of how you have to do it. Everything after this will be just fine. Anyway, that's literally it. That is just about everything there is to see in Pripyat. So, yeah, good session.